Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Get over to jerichogreen.net. I have exclusive videos that I post only on my website. Become a member if you would like to see said video. Now, folks, the world is literally becoming unhinged. Supply chains are breaking down and the critical shortages are showing up left and right. People can sense that the other shoe is about to drop. They're ordering emergency food like crazy, which means you should too before you can't get any. I'm talking about the high-quality emergency food you get from My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's leading preparedness company, and they've served millions of American families. Now they want to help you by giving you $100 off their best-selling 3-month emergency food kit. This food stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there when you need it. And the meals in this food kit average over 2,000 calories per day. Don't wait. Go to preparewithjericho.com and claim your 3-month emergency food kit while you still can. You'll save $100 per kit if you act now. That's preparewithjericho.com. There continues to be a surge of orders. Make sure yours is one of them. Preparewithjericho.com. So here's some probably the wokiest bullshit I've seen to date. Now, I'm not saying this is the end all be all or we've reached the summit of Mount Bullshit, but this is some of the worst shit I've seen yet. You ever seen something like a TV show or movie that's so bad that you gotta like leave the room to like get out of that moment? It's so embarrassing that you can't even watch it. I don't know what that feeling is called. Maybe somebody can let me know in the comment section, but it's one of those things that it's hard to watch. And it's like you wonder if when they yell cut, when they're making doing these Zoom calls, these TED Talks, whatever you want to call them, you wonder when they yell cut or when they go behind stage or backstage or whatever, that they just laugh. Like they know that this is crazy shit too. Or do these people really believe this? I remember like a year ago, there was some video and it was some commie bullshit meeting they were having, and I think in Sacramento, and it was like point of personal privilege, and they had all these weird words, and this guy's like, can we not clap because some people might be triggered by the noise? It was just the wildest shit you've ever seen. So I wonder, do they really believe it, or do they all get behind closed doors and as soon as they close the door, they just turn around and go, they just all start laughing at the people who are eating this up? I don't know. But there's this video, and of course I'll put a link in the description box to this shit. And it's a bunch of people. They all work for Microsoft and they have various titles. But it's the way they introduce themselves that is so damn weird. So the first woman, she's like, I'm Asian and white woman. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm wearing a red shirt and I have long brown hair. And the land that the Microsoft building is on currently was first owned or whatever, inhabited by the Miigwech, and she names like 7, 8 of these Indian tribes, and she goes, all the other coastal whatever who've been here since time immemorial. How do you know that? How do you know that the Indians had it first? They might have had it last, but they didn't have it first. How'd they get here? Wasn't this one giant landmass and then the tectonic plates shifted? But before that happened, before all the continents broke apart, some people came over the whatever land bridge, skin bridge, whatever that was. They came over here from Asia. Isn't that what happened? So how did they get here? America wasn't just a landmass that was created and there were people on it. They had to come from somewhere. So the Indians might have had it last, but they didn't have it first. So stop that bullshit. Why did you just name all the people who had it first? And then it belonged to the so-and-so family, and then Mrs. So-and-so had it, and now we have it. Like, let's stop that shit. Like, who cares who was on this land hundreds of years ago? Obviously, that doesn't matter. You've built a Microsoft facility on top of it, so apparently you didn't give a shit that much. Stupid. And isn't it funny? Okay, well, I'll tell you the rest of this, and I'll get to my point I was going to make. So it goes around, and then so there's a a white woman, and she's all, I'm this and that, and my pronouns are her, she, and all this shit, and they all describe themselves. I'm a blonde white woman, and the guy's like, I'm a guy with a beard and glasses, and I go by he, him. And what the fuck? It was just so stupid. And so I was wondering, why are they describing what they look like and what they're dressed like? And it's for the blind participants. But if you're there on some Microsoft shit, why do you care what they look like? And if you were born blind, which I'm assuming is the majority of people who are blind, you don't know what red is. You don't know what blonde is, brown hair, white skin, beard, glasses. You don't know what that shit looks like. So why do you care if they tell you what they're looking like? Nurse, what's going on with this patient? Doctor, the blood pressure is this and that. The breathing is this and that. Oxygen saturation. And their favorite color is blue. And they have a dog named Gypsy. Nurse, that don't have shit to do with me about to cut this dude's chest open. Why are you giving me pointless information? Useless information like I have brown hair and I'm wearing a red shirt to blind people. Anyway, so what's funny is with all this he, her, zim, zer, zai, zoo, zoom, it's funny that they canceled Dr. Seuss, but they sound like Dr. Seuss. Tell me that doesn't sound like some little group of creatures that he created, the Zim Zer Zoos. I'm a Zim Zer Zoo and I zim zam za. Like, what the fuck? You guys cancel Dr. Seuss and you sound like Dr. Seuss. Somebody get in here and make this make sense. Just like that lady who had 15 kids and she's pregnant with her 16th, no baby daddy in sight, and she's talking about somebody's got to come in here and take responsibility for these kids. Somebody get in here and make this shit make sense. How do you cancel Dr. Seuss and then you cut and paste his verbiage? I'm Zim Zer Zoo Zamza. Crazy shit. But you gotta watch this video. It is so terrible. This shit has gone so far, and I hope that because all this woke ass SJW shit has gone so far that finally the pendulum can swing the other way. I hope that we've reached the crest of craziness, the height, the zenith of all this insanity. I hope we've seen the worst of it and we can finally come back down. We can finally come back down off of our trip, man. It's wearing off. I'm coming down. I hope so, because if it gets crazier than this, I don't know if I can stand it. But I tell you what I do know. I'm about to get home with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me tell you a story real quick about my son. I'm trying to tell you a story. So the other day, he comes home and I ask him, I said, so what'd you do today? Tell me, oh, we had music class, science, whatever. And I said, who'd you play with? He's like, I play with everybody, Daddy. I said, oh yeah? He's like, I play with, we'll call his friend D. So he's like, I played with D today. I was like, oh yeah, what'd you guys do? Oh, we were talking about sheep and stuff. I said, you talking about sheep? What were we saying about sheep? He's like, oh, we were talking about the different colors. How wouldn't it be cool if sheep were like blue and purple and red and all these cool colors, and some sheep are brown and white and all this. I was like, okay. And then he goes, Daddy, D said that there's some fucking sheep in here. And I was like, what? He's like, Daddy, I didn't say it. D said it. I was like, I know what he's saying. He's like, he said the F word. I said, I know you should have just said F word. I know what that is. But I wanted you to know exactly what he said. I was like, I know what that means. If you said F word, I would know what that means. Don't be trying to sneak in here and say little cuss words under the guise of, I was merely quoting him, Daddy. Shit was so funny. I didn't even tell his mom, but I guess I just did because she's going to see this. Shit was hilarious, guys. Anyway, like I was saying, you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.